Most people don't regret buying cheap watches. They regret buying the wrong expensive one. Because choosing your one watch, that's not a purchase. That's a decision you live with every single day. And here's the problem. Most great watches fail at being your only watch. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the watches that actually get this right, at every level. And more importantly, the mistakes that will quietly cost you thousands. If you're about to spend your own money, don't mess this up. The Hamilton Khaki Field Quartz, $445. This is where most people try to be smart and accidentally buy something they outgrow in 6 months. The Hamilton Khaki looks simple, almost too simple. Matte blue dial, crisp Arabic numerals, 38mm of pure military restraint. It wears light, disappears on the wrist, like it was designed to not impress anyone. And that's exactly the point. Inside is a Swiss quartz movement. No romance, no rotor, no ceremony. But here's what no one tells you. That lack of drama is also its weakness. Because as your only watch, you might start wanting more. More presence, more mechanical soul, more something. At $445, this is the definition of disciplined minimalism. But if you value emotional connection over pure function, this might feel like a placeholder, not a destination. The Tissot PRX Titanium 38mm, $975. Now this is where things get interesting. The PRX Titanium takes that same entry-level idea and gives it identity. That integrated bracelet, the brushed titanium case, the way it catches light without screaming for attention, this feels intentional. At 38mm, it wears slim, almost effortless. But unlike the Hamilton, it actually has presence. Inside, you're getting an automatic movement, visible through the caseback, with an 80-hour power reserve, which means you can take it off Friday, pick it up Monday, and it's still ticking. That's man math for you. And at $975, it punches way above its weight. But here's the trade-off. If you're building a one-watch life, this leans sporty, slightly stylized. If you value versatility with a bit of personality, this is it. If you want timeless neutrality, the Hamilton still wins. The Longines Conquest Heritage Central Power Reserve, $4,300. This is where people start chasing something different and sometimes go too far. The Longines Conquest Heritage is unapologetically vintage. That cream dial, the crosshair layout, and that rotating central power reserve disc, it's quirky, almost academic. At 38mm, it wears compact, refined, like something pulled straight out of a 1950s archive. Inside beats the automatic L896 caliber, smooth, reliable, with a 72-hour power reserve. And yes, watching that central disc track your remaining energy is oddly addictive. But here's the catch. As your only watch, this leans dressy, intellectual, slightly niche. At $4,300, it's a collector's piece disguised as an everyday watch. If you value character and quiet uniqueness, this is brilliant. And hey, if you're into watches that blend heritage with horsepower, from spring drive sorcery to twin barrel beasts, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You're in the right place. The Tudor Black Bay 58 Burgundy, $5,175. This is where most people think they've found the answer. The Black Bay 58, especially in this deep burgundy, hits that sweet spot instantly. Vintage proportions, 39mm, perfectly balanced on the wrist. It has presence, but never ego. The dial is rich, warm, almost addictive in sunlight. And that unidirectional bezel? Smooth, tactile, like it actually wants to be used. Inside, you've got the in-house MT5400, METAS and COSC certified, 70-hour power reserve built like a tank. At $5,175, It feels like the safe choice. But here's where it gets interesting. It's still a diver. And divers, no matter how refined, always lean casual. If your life is mostly relaxed, this could be your one watch forever.
And hey, if any of the watches I've mentioned have sparked your interest, or if you're deep in a late-night grail hunt, I've got links in the description that go straight to exquisite timepieces. They're an authorized dealer for over 80 luxury watch brands, from Grand Seiko and Tudor to independents like Angelus and Ball. So you're browsing real inventory, backed by real manufacturer warranties with global shipping. And for viewers in the US, they offer free shipping on all orders over $1,000. I've personally bought from them, and I only partner with retailers I'd recommend to a fellow collector over coffee. You'll find the links in the description if you want to check them out. Alright, back to the chronos. The IWC Pilot Mark 20, $6,000. This is what happens when you stop chasing hype and start choosing clarity. The IWC Pilot is brutally simple, and that's its superpower. That blue dial is clean, legible, almost sterile in the best way. No clutter, no noise, just pure function. At 40mm, it wears perfectly centered. Not too sporty, not too dressy, just right. Inside is the automatic caliber 32111, 120-hour power reserve. That's 5 days. You can forget about this watch, and it won't forget about you. At $6,000, this is quiet confidence. But here's the trade-off. It doesn't try to impress. No rotating bezel, no flashy complication, no instant wow. If you value balance, legibility, and daily usability, this might be one of the smartest one-watch choices here. But if you want emotion on the wrist, this might feel a little too controlled. The Grand Seiko SB-GM 221 GMT, $5,400. Now this is where you buy with your heart and risk overthinking it later. The SB-GM 221 is pure elegance. That warm ivory dial, those razor-sharp Zaratsu polished indices, and that blued GMT hand gliding across. It's quiet, but mesmerizing. At just under 40mm, it wears like a dress watch that decided to be practical. Inside is the automatic 9S66, a true GMT, 72-hour power reserve, and accuracy that borders on obsessive. At $5,400, it feels like insider knowledge. But here's the truth no one tells you. This is a strat watch, a refined watch, a mood watch. As your only watch, you might hesitate before wearing it casually. But if you value craftsmanship, detail, and understated beauty, this is it. No hesitation. The Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch Professional White Dial, $9,100. This is the watch people think can do everything. The White Dial Speedmaster takes an icon and makes it feel modern again. That crisp, lacquered dial pops in a way the black never could. Cleaner, sharper, almost clinical. But the DNA is still pure Moonwatch. Twisted lugs, tachymeter bezel, that unmistakable silhouette. At 42mm, it wears larger than you expect, but the slim case keeps it surprisingly manageable. Inside is the manual-wind caliber 3861, META certified, coaxial escapement, 50-hour power reserve. You wind it every morning like a ritual. At $9,100, it's a legend you interact with daily. But here's the truth. Chronographs are busy, slightly loud, slightly demanding. If you want effortless, grab-and-go simplicity, this might ask more from you than you want to give. But if you want history, interaction, and presence, this is unbeatable. The TAG Heuer Carrera Chronograph Skipper, $7,550. This is what happens when you follow emotion all the way. The Carrera Skipper is unapologetically bold. That blue dial, the turquoise and orange accents, the Regatta Countdown subdial,
It's playful, almost rebellious. This isn't trying to blend in, it's trying to make you smile. At 39mm, it's compact, but visually, it wears loud. There's always something happening on the dial. Inside is the TH20-06 automatic chronograph movement. Column wheel, vertical clutch, 80-hour power reserve. Technically serious, even if it doesn't look it at first glance. At $7,550, it's a statement. But as your only watch, that personality can become limiting. If you value joy, color, and individuality, this is fantastic. But if you need something that disappears when it has to, this one refuses to stay quiet. The Glashütte Original CQ Reed Green, $11,800. This is where things get very, very close to perfect. The CQ in Reed Green is quietly stunning. That dial has depth, shifting from olive to emerald depending on the light. It feels alive but controlled. At 39.5mm, it sits beautifully on the wrist. Solid, planted, but never bulky. Inside is the in-house caliber 3911, 100-hour power reserve, German finishing, and a level of detail most people won't even notice, but you will. The bezel action is precise, the bracelet is substantial, everything feels deliberate. At $11,800, this is serious money. And finally, a watch that almost does it all. Sporty but refined, distinct but not loud. If you're chasing absolute simplicity, even this might be more watch than you need. But if you want one watch that covers nearly every scenario, this might be it. The Rolex Submariner Date, $17,000. This is the watch people buy when they're done thinking. The Submariner Date, especially this green bezel, is as close as it gets to a universal answer. The proportions are near perfect at 41mm. The ceramic bezel is virtually scratch-proof, and that black dial with the Cyclops date is instantly recognizable. It works with anything: t-shirt, suit, swim shorts. It doesn't care. Inside is the caliber 3235, 70-hour power reserve, Chronergy escapement, COSC certified, and then regulated even tighter by Rolex. At $17,000, you're buying pre-owned and paying for refinement, durability, and that intangible sense of certainty. But here's the truth. It's still a Rolex, which means it comes with attention, expectations, and a feeling that you're wearing something everyone already understands. If you want something that feels uniquely yours, this might feel a little too obvious. But if you want the safest, most complete one-watch solution, this is it.
So, what's the perfect one watch? Here's the honest answer. It doesn't exist. There is no single watch that does everything perfectly, because every watch leans slightly in one direction. Sporty, dressy, loud, minimal, emotional, practical. And this is where most people get it wrong. They try to find the best watch, instead of finding the one that fits their life. Because if you've made it this far, you already know, this isn't just about specs. It's about what you'll actually reach for every single morning. So here's the simple way to think about it. If you value simplicity, go clean and balanced. If you value emotion, go mechanical and expressive. If you value versatility, stay somewhere in the middle. Just don't buy a watch that impresses other people more than it satisfies you. That's where regret lives. Now I'm curious, which one would you actually wear every day, and which one would you get bored of? Let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, please subscribe. And if you like this video, you should watch this next one on the screen because you might like it as well.